welcome back to Sailing Saoirse. In this episode we take you through the installation of our lithium ion batteries, our trip to Home Affairs to apply for our new passports, and one of our saddest goodbyes yet.
Denver's the lucky one, he gets to stay here today. We're all absolute pictures of happiness.
Yay for Home Affairs! Yes.
Because today we get to experience South African Home Affairs Department.
I don't know Home Affairs.
To get our passports. We're all in bad moods. We were supposed to leave here at 5 a.m. and what is the time now? 25 past 5. Well, that's not too bad going on our... It's got to be much later than that. Anyway, so it's passport renewal day. Something we've been putting off for far too long. As you can see by Keegan's face, nobody's looking forward to this day. It's going to take us all day to get passports.
The closest Home Affairs to us is in Malmesbury, and it takes about 50 minutes to an hour to get there.
So the queue is nowhere near what we expected it to be. We were told to be here at 4 a.m. to get ahead of the queue, and there's Robin and then Tegan over there. So I pretty much think we're definitely going to get passports today, which is great.
So the process in Malmesbury was pretty effortless. We got in and out faster than we expected to, and Colin and my dad were quick in and out, probably in half an hour, which is like a record time for South Africa. And when I got to the desk to do my passport, they said that I haven't collected my old passport, so I can't apply for a new one, which is very strange considering I've used my passport to travel to Turkey, Bali and America twice, and I've been issued 2 different visas in it, yet it's never been picked up from our Home Affairs. So it had to be closed in the system in Tongaat, which is back on the other side of South Africa. And he was making it out like I had to go back there to sort it out, but he was so helpful, and he was able to close my case in Tongaat within about 45 minutes, and then he could start my new process. But now we're in the dilemma that Colin and my dad have received their confirmation that theirs is done and ready, and I'm still waiting on mine. So we actually have no clue what to do, because when you call the centres, no one answers, and they have this great website where you can track your passport or IDs, and it's suspended. So I don't know how much longer we can actually wait.
So this is the area where the batteries are stored in the boat. So we are right forward of the boat. This is what we call the shed. It's our 4th cabin that is unmanned, obviously, and it's just been our storage area come workshop the whole time we've been working. The batteries are inside this cupboard, sort of behind the cupboard, so it's really a nasty place to have to move them. I know once they're in there, they're pretty much there for good, so it's not too much of an issue, but getting them in and out is a bit of a nightmare. So our new batteries arrived today, and we are so super excited. We've really been struggling with our old batteries. We got them, they had already been used and have proven not to be very good. So we've really been battling for our really good solar system to charge those batteries. So we've decided to go the whole hog, get lithium batteries on our small cruising budget. It's been a huge investment, but we think that it's worth it. What we've done now is we still have the same 400 amp hour of batteries that we started out with, but now with going to lithium, it's just got way more usage. With our old standard Master Volt lead acid batteries, anybody who knows batteries knows that you can never draw more than 50% of your battery power, otherwise you're going to start damaging your batteries. So we had the 400, a little bit over 400 amp hours of battery, but we only had 200 usable amp hours. With the lithium, we've got two 218s, so we're almost at 440 amp hours, and with the lithiums we can draw 280% of that. So we've doubled our usage on our batteries, which is great, and it's going to really affect our lives very positively.
Grab the board, yeah. Drop the battery. Yeah, I've got it. Okay, drop the battery down.
This battery.
Okay, put it on the floor. Right, let's look again. Oh, don't put it down on the wood. Careful.
Lift it up.
Okay, so where are we going to put this?
Just on that towel at the back there.
Right.
One out. You've been having nightmares for weeks.
This has bugged me for a month. This
Okay,
battery.
so now let's... At this stage we've basically got our lithium ion batteries in and connected and balanced, and now they are working together, and now we're going to make sure that they're fully charged. So we've got nothing running on the boat until the batteries are fully charged. Then we can recalibrate our master volt system and reset in the configuration for the lithium ion batteries. And while that's all happening, although it's starting to get dark here already, we might start having a look at the next gadgets to install, and that is the chargers for the engines. So to charge the lithium batteries at a high rate of charge, and to charge the start batteries. So here we've got a Sterling Alternator battery charger, that's what they call it. So this is a very good unit. This allows you to have an output straight to your lithium batteries and an output straight onto your engine starting battery. So it will charge the engine starting battery, and after 1 minute of running it will switch over and it will start charging the lithium batteries. So here we'll probably get about 100 amps coming out of this thing into our lithium batteries, and it will keep on going like that until the lithiums are full and then cut off. So we're going to just start up reading up and setting it up, and maybe even start with the install.
Excellent.
And we've got two of them. We've got one on either side, so that if we had a problem with one, at least there is still the other one. You can have two alternators running on one, but it's not advisable because of the size of the alternators to what this should do. So this thing here can work between 80 and 130 amps, and we're going to be getting like 100 amps out of each one. So,
and the way that engine works at the moment, what amps do you think we're getting out at the moment?
Well, at the moment, going into the old batteries, we were probably getting, if they were dead flat, it would go up to sort of like probably about 40 amps, but only for probably about a minute, and then it would cut right down to sort of like 10 amps and just keep trickling in like that. The batteries weren't great, and it's just standard regulators in there. Now we've got proper
Top of the range.
Proper real McCoy regulators. So yeah, we've got 50mm square battery cabling running from our regulators onto our batteries, which is nice and thick. We don't want any volt drops. And there's our batteries, are lithium batteries now. They'd like to have lots of power. Good. So this is the wire that goes to the alternator to pick up the temperature of it.
Which is integral to the whole system, isn't it?
Yeah, very important. Otherwise the alternator can overheat. That little sensor will stop that from happening. So this is the wire that goes to the alternator to pick up the temperature of it.
So we've got temperature sensor.
Very important, otherwise the alternator can overheat. And that little sensor will stop that from happening.
So you don't think it would be necessary to put a fan in here? I think we'd be all good.
No, I think in here we would be right. There's quite a big gap.
Plus there's these vents here.
I mean, some people are mounting them in the engine compartments. And then I think that's when...
Because it gets pretty warm in there.
Anyway.
In the engine compartment when the engine's been running.
Yeah.
So if they work in there, then we'll be fine in here.
Yeah, that's what... But yeah, I don't like it in the engine compartment.
No.
Too much moisture, condensation, all of those sort of things.
And also it can get banged around when you servicing and...
Yeah, and people spill oil on it. Yes, so we've got 50mm square cables everywhere. So we've got no volt drops from the alternator to here. The alternator comes in this side. Then we've got house bank and the starting battery going out on this side. It's got a temperature sensor on the alternator. It monitors everything it needs to do. It's a very good unit. Sterling's been around for a long time, making from little charger units to now some of the bigger units, and they work extremely well. So this thing here, the final thing now is that just gets mounted up over here, and it looks after itself, and the cables get strapped up, and then that's that. But all the wires are on, we've tested it, and we've seen all the currents coming in and working really well. On the other side we've done exactly the same. We've also got a regulator, same type of regulator, and now it's just a matter of a little bit of fine tuning on little bits and pieces on the master volt display, setting up the new battery capacity. So we used to have two 220 amp gel batteries. Now we've got two 220 amp lithium ion batteries, which gives us nearly double the capacity that we had on the boat. We've got 1400 watts of solar power, so that can come straight into the lithium batteries and also charge as quick as possible. Where before with the gels it would go into float mode, and the last couple of hours would take hours and hours, and maybe now in winter we weren't having enough sun, so the batteries were slowly but surely getting lower and lower. So hopefully with the lithium batteries they'll take that power when there is some sun, and charge up fully every day. Obviously we've still got to monitor exactly the usage and make sure that whatever the usage is we put back either via the solar or via the engines. But having the proper regulators and alternators, we can certainly put the power back into the batteries by running an engine in a third of the time that we used to.
So nice.
So I think that's pretty much it. There's a temperature sensor on the alternator, as I said, which is down here, which is mounted against the body of the alternator, and that monitors the temperature. So if the alternator temperature comes up too much, it will automatically cut the charge rate down for the lithium batteries.
And all that we thought was going to be a quick and easy job.
Well,
we never thought it was going to be a quick and easy job, but we didn't realize it was going to be. We've had lots of other little mishaps along the way, of like a broken switch here and there. All these little things is what
it all take a little bit of time, but we've got it all set up now, and we're still going to have to now run one cable from this side across to that side for emergency starting from either that battery to this side or from this side to that side. So that's the last of the wiring and installations, but the switches are here to do it, the switches on the other side to do it. So it's a matter of running one cable across now, and
so now it's monitoring and
yeah, then the next thing is to see how it all goes. But I reckon also the weight of the lithiums is, I think with the chargers and the batteries and all of that, it all weighs up to the weight of one of the old batteries.
Yeah, which is
So
lovely.
that's another weight saving for a catamaran. If I'd started in the morning, I think we would have got done in pretty much 2 days.
Yeah, and if we hadn't had the unforeseen little other snags,
Other
which
little
always
bits and
comes with
pieces.
any
And
boat
of
work.
course, once you start with wiring, it's picking this up and that up and turning the whole boat upside down, getting to all the places. And
So saying goodbye to our friends has been very difficult because we don't know if we're going to see them again or when we're going to see them again, because my parents' plans are to sail until they're old and decrepit and not come back to South Africa, and Colbert and I plan to be out of the country for quite a while, so it really is a case of goodbye and not as much a see you soon. So Dean and Tanisha are very close family friends of ours, and when there was a time between our whole house being sold and my parents trying to find Saoirse that they needed a place to live, and Dean and Tanisha took them in, and yeah, my parents stayed with them for about a year while trying to find the right boat and eventually coming across Saoirse and then moving to Langebaan. So Jeffreys Bay is our second home, so the people and the place, it's going to be incredibly hard to say goodbye to. We had told Dean and Tanisha that we were coming to visit on a Wednesday, but decided to surprise them the Sunday before. So we hit the road early and took the garden route, a beautiful road to drive, all the way to Jeffreys Bay.
hello.
I told you.
Hello!
Mate, don't need a combination.
Come get out of bed! Get out of bed!
I'm coming.
I knew it! When you saw the sign. I knew it! No, because the phone keeps on ringing.
As much as we wanted to spend a lot more time in Jeffreys Bay, we had to get back to Saoirse. So then the heart-sore goodbyes started. We hope you enjoyed our video, and if you have any questions or any tips for our new lithium ions, please leave them in the comments below.